Corporate-owned studios are amazing. We know we can knock it out of the park every time, but at the end of the day, these services are in need now, and we address those needs better than anybody else. So we wanted to get this out there as quickly as possible.
Welcome back to Kim Daily TV. Our special guest for you today. He is going to wow us. Anybody who is into wellness, self-care, you are going to love this brand presentation. Please welcome to the studio, Jeff Ono, the president and CEO of Pause Studio. Jeff, welcome.
Thank you so much, Kim. So excited to speak with you. By the way, you said for those that are interested in preventive health and self-care, everybody should be interested in preventative health and self-care.
That is so true. Everybody should be, and especially coming out of 2020, I think more and more people are, right?
Yep.
Recognizing that taking care of our bodies is very, very important. But why don't you kind of back before we start talking about Pause as a franchise, let's talk a little bit about who you are and your partner and how you started this one-stop shop for all things like I'll call it holistic wellness.
Perfect. My partner John Klein and I, we're veterans of the health and fitness space. So we've worked for some iconic brands in fitness for 15 plus years, the Sports Club LA, Equinox, Soul Cycle. And throughout that period of time, we can see people shifting their disposable spend to things like more restorative programming, yoga, Pilates, meditation. So you could clearly see that happening in the marketplace. But it's, pause is a personal journey for the both of us. Like, we were in great jobs, we were traveling all the time, we were stressed out all the time. And quite frankly, it took a toll on me. I wasn't the best version of myself, and I didn't really understand why at the time. But I was totally burnt out. Like, life is tough. Life is crazy, as you well know. Um,
Yeah.
but there are these services and modalities that are out there that really are effective, science-backed, and really make you feel better. So we started doing those services personally. It had a dramatic impact on our lives, but there was nowhere that was doing it well. I tried to get my wife to do these services, and she'd walk in to the studio that I go to, and she was like, Jeff, how long have you known me? There's no way I'm going to jump in that water, or there's no way I'm going to shower in that space. So it was like all these people in my life that I wanted to introduce these services to them, but they wouldn't do them because there wasn't a place to do them. We knew that we could do it, and we knew that we could do it right, and we knew we could do it better than anybody else with our experience. So we are trying to make people live better lives, and at the same time, we're trying to create a better lives for our team members, the people that work for us. We're in the people business, and at the end of the day, if we can make people be better partners, better parents, for me, a better father, a better friend, that's what we're in this for.
I love it. So, for those who are not familiar with the modalities that are included in a pause, so tell a little bit about the actual services that you offer at a pause studio.
Sure. So we've tried everything. And we ended up, locking in on specific modalities that we passionately believe in and that are all science backed. So we have floatation therapy. That's sensory deprivation, which isn't it's a little bit of a scary word. So we call it floating. We have infrared sauna therapy. We have contrast therapy, which is in your own private room, you can toggle back and forth between an infrared sauna and an ice bath. Nobody
Oh,
else is doing that. It's incredible. And it's definitely our most highly utilized service, contrast therapy. So floating, infrared sauna, contrast therapy, cryotherapy, LED light therapy, IV vitamin drip, and compression therapy. So we have 7 different revenue streams, 8 if you include retail, within an individual studio. And for us, having a one-stop shop wins the day. Time is of the essence. So I was going from an IV drip studio to a float studio to an infrared sauna studio and wasting like my entire day. You can do that all at pause. And all of those services can be stacked to increase the efficacy of each service.
And so, like, I'll just kinda go back to my own personal journey. I mean, as you're saying all these things, like, what person out there doesn't wanna go and at least experience some of these? Like, I don't know if I wanna actually start with the cryotherapy, but I don't know. I mean, after you explain it with contrast therapy, maybe.
Yeah,
If I can get
yeah,
warm and then get hot and then get cold, okay, maybe
yeah,
you have me there,
yeah.
Jeff. But so, when I was 35 years old, like, I have a type A personality, I'm a driver, I'm always going to try to like be my best. And I literally, reached burnout, like what,
Yep.
some people will call, I don't even, what's the word I'm such a holistic person. Like in the holistic world, it's called adrenal fatigue. Oh,
Yep.
chronic fatigue. That's what it would be called in like a Western medicine world where, just like, my muscles just burned from the time I woke up. All I wanted to do was sleep. And it was so contraire to my whole personality that was like, what is the matter with me? Right. And
Right.
everybody around me is like, what is the matter with you? And so I ended up after going to regular doctors for a really long time. And people were like, well, there's nothing wrong with you. Your labs look good, but clearly, you don't feel well. I ended up at a naturopath's office and a very well-respected, world-renowned naturopathic office, and it completely changed my life. And
Right.
and he's through the years, the 20 my almost 20 years, 15 years that I've been a natural health girl, and a holistic health girl, I've learned, basically rebuilt my body mainly using nutrition, but also using a lot of these different therapies to detox, to support, to supplement what I'm doing nutritionally, and also to relax my nervous system or to stimulate my nervous system. So I have no adrenal fatigue today. I am 100% back, and it didn't happen overnight though. It definitely takes time. And I love how you said that people can stack them to increase the efficacy, because it's not just necessarily going to be about one IV drip or one thing that dramatically changes your life. It's that you get into this world of self-care and wellness, and you get exposed to different things, and as you stay open and you start trying them, you realize like kind of what the sweet spot is for your body. At least that's what my experience has been. But like I have to go to like my doctor's office, if you will, to experience these therapies. I'd much rather walk into, a beautiful like spa type environment and have that all wrapped in one membership. So, and it is a membership based opportunity, correct?
So we're launching our membership actually right now. We're opening a studio this week, and we're launching our membership with that studio. Um, I love your journey, Kim, and like we're speaking the same language here. We actually have a doctor of naturopathic medicine on our team, and our doctor of naturopathic medicine helps decide what services we offer, how we stack the services, what retail products we offer. We actually just designed something called Pause Pathways. So it's almost like a prescription depending upon the need of our client. If our client wants to sleep better, we have a protocol for your primary service, your secondary service, the IV drip, and the retail item that would most be the most effective.
Right.
Our doctor of naturopathic medicine and the person that designed arguably one of the most advanced personal training systems in the United States came together and helped us build our pause pathways. So we are very, very into the science behind how we stack these services.
I love it. And so when you're thinking about this as an investor, to the audience, the listener out there, it's not just about, oh, this is a spa and, are people really going to put their discretionary money on that? You're going to hook people that, like me, have some pain in their life that a traditional Western medicine or a Western lifestyle can't address. Because like I'm telling you, I went to so many doctors and all my labs were always normal, but like clearly something was really wrong with me. And it took an alternative approach to identify my body as a whole unit, not just an arm or an ear or whatever, right? To be like, yeah, things are not perfect for you, Kim, like, but we can rebuild those. Your systems are weak due to chronic stress. So I'm a nutritional biochemist by degree. Like, my followers like know, like, my number one passion in life is nutrition and wellness. So this pause business is right up my alley. Personally, I could geek out on all of it with you forever, Jeff. But bringing it back to the investor that's listening, what I want to make sure you hear is that it's not just for like the fun of having, feeling good. There is an actual practical application for a lot of people that, like me, are busy and are stressed out sometimes, and our bodies take the brunt of that, and over time wear out. And with a little bit of time to pause, that's where the name comes from. I love your little tagline.
Yep,
Life has no off button, but there is, however, a pause.
there it is.
I'm
There
like,
it
that's so
is.
great. But you have an opportunity to hook people who are just seeking, feel good, but then who also are almost in like a, not a medical grade, but like, need like rehab for their body. And so it's not just a want, it can also literally be a need-based membership that, like Kim, once you get kind of hooked, if you will, on how good you feel, there's no turning back, and you're not going to stop doing it. Right, Jeff?
Yes, definitely. At Pause, we are preventative health masquerading as a super elevated spa, but we
Yeah.
definitely consider ourselves more preventative health. And our
I
clients
love the
agree.
way I love the way you just said that. So, as an investor coming in, so why did you decide to turn this into a franchise?
Yeah, great question. Corporate owned studios are amazing. We know we can knock it out of the park every time, but at the end of the day, these services are in need now. People need pause now. And again, our ethos and our mission is to affect lives. And going the franchise route allows us to scale this brand much more efficiently, much more quickly, so we can get it out there because the demand is there. People, whether it's whether you're an urban market, a suburban market, even a rural market, the studies are showing that people are aware of what they're dealing with from a the mental and physical stressors that they're dealing with. The need is now, the demand is now, and we address those needs better than anybody else. So we wanted to get this out there as quickly as possible.
I love that answer. Now, in your demographic, do you have the data points to say, like, our average user comes in one or two times a week or a month, or and stays for X, like a half an hour, an hour? Do you have all that kind of data that you're helping candidates who are trying to wrap their arms around who is the user of this? Do you have that?
We have all of our key data points from utilization, financial spend, gender, age, income. We have it all. And I will say, one of the most amazing characteristics of Pause, it's an elevated experience. It's a premium experience without a premium price. So we see people in their 20s, we see people in their 70s, we see people that have household incomes above $200,000, but we also see people that have household incomes between $50,000 and $99,000. Because we're in this preventative health space and the way that we've created our brand, we have so many different demographics, psychographic, partnership targets. It's incredible. It's incredible. But yes, the short answer is we have all those data points.
I love it. And are you seeking owner investors who are going to work in their studio, or are you looking for more of that CEO who's working on the business, maybe even keeping a full-time job in the beginning?
Both. But I think the passion has to be there. Like, we have to have candidates that really believe in what we do. They have to love our services. They have to want to participate in our services. Um, that's paramount. Whether it's a CEO, an investor, or a day-to-day operator, if they have that passion and they want to help people, then let's talk. We're interested.
I'm laughing because it's not like you have to twist somebody's arm too hard to go relax in a float pod or, get
Right.
an IV drip and just feel amazing at the end of it. So that's kind of funny. To be the brand ambassador of your own pause studio isn't so traumatic for you owners out there. It's not like becoming a Paul Davis restoration owner and saying, hey, we want you to drive the truck and go suck the water out of people's houses for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, it's really good. If this franchise opportunity inspires you and you would like to get more information, please follow the email on the screen right now or reach out directly to me at inquire@kimdaly.tv. On this one particularly, I really would like the opportunity to meet you, to understand what you're trying to achieve, and to make sure that you're financially capable for this investment. This is a more substantial investment because it comes with a pretty significant build out, if you will. But if you reach out to me, we can definitely spend some time setting it up, and then I can lead you over to Jeff's team, who can then make sure that you're properly capitalized. And of course, there's financing available as well. While this is a relatively younger franchise, Jeff, are you already on the SBA registry list?
we are. We are on that list.
I knew that answer, but
Yeah.
Jeff and I have already placed an owner together. She was from Southern California, which is where they are corporately headquartered, as all good wellness brands should be when they begin. And so it was really an easy, it was an easy thing for her to grasp because they were sort of like in her backyard, and she could go visit a studio. But the vast majority of people that are saying yes to this are in other parts of the country where you can't just go try it out, at least in one in the one-stop shop. You certainly can find IV drip bars or infrared sauna, beds in naturopath's office and other type of places. But as Jeff said, this is a one-stop shop for all of that. So I'm really excited to have you here today, Jeff. I think that we are going to have a really great run with this opportunity. Once people get their arms around what you're offering, I mean, like we said, who doesn't want to be a member of a studio like this? So I appreciate you taking the time and sharing your story with the followers of Kim Daly TV.
It's my pleasure, Kim. Thank you so, so much.
And again, for those who are interested, please follow the email on the screen right now or reach directly out to inquire@kimdaly.tv. And until next time, my name is Kim Daly, and I want to be your daily coach.